Welcome back, people, and a huge welcome to my Thrival tribe. If you haven't met me before, my name is Lexi Tommy, and this is my Thrival Guide. Every Thursday, I sit down and I talk to you about how to get your life together. It's a fun little channel on adulting, and it's going to help everything in your day-to-day go much smoother. So stay tuned today and subscribe below so I can keep coming back at you every Thursday. So how are you? How was Christmas for everyone? I hope it was wonderful. I hope it was awesome. And if it wasn't, well, you've got a whole year to find some better family and friends. No, but really, try to remember, it's January. And January typically means a fresh start. I love this time of year. I find it so energizing to plan out what's coming up in the upcoming year and crack out my new agenda. I know I'm a dork. I'm okay with it. Hopefully you are like this too and enjoy those things as well. If you do, you're gonna have a lot of fun today because today we're doing a year-end life audit. I am personally in the mindset of saying goodbye to 2021. It's been an interesting year with COVID and continual adjustments, but it's also brought a lot of new to our home here. This year, I jumped full into my little YouTube channel, my little dream baby. This channel has been so amazing. I get to share help and support and productivity and ideas, and the ideas come back at me tenfold. It's been such a great little project. And honestly, it's been an outlet for me. I have always had this part of me that needed to give back and needed to communicate the things that I see around me and the systems I've seen work around me. And I have done that throughout my career. And now I'm doing that on such a huge scale. And it has brought such joy to be able to have that opportunity. Every year as the new year approaches, I feel the need to reflect, just really reflect on how the last year has gone, what's gone well, what didn't go well, all of the things, right? But I also have never really been like a New Year's resolution type of person. I just like to take away what I could from the last year and push forward into the new year coming. That's where the life audit comes in. The life audit is really like a cleansing of the past and bringing forward new ideas and challenges and life and motivation to the upcoming year. I kind of did this naturally and recently learned people kind of coining this a life audit, an annual life audit. And I really liked that. I found that for me, I typically do it about every 4 months or so. It's not in a formal way, and we'll get to that later. But I really like to do that reflection process, that check-in. I like to kind of edit it and adapt it in my agenda and planner and move forward from there. There are 3 things that we really look at in a life audit. And the 3 things are very simple. What went well? What didn't go so well in the past year? And also the last thing is, what things are we wanting to move forward and keep working on in the upcoming year? So for those things, I'm going to be personally attaching little to-do lists and a breakdown list so that they might be more successful or continue their success in the upcoming year. For me, my wins here were in some really distinct categories. Number 1, of course, is going to be this channel. I was able to produce 52 videos this year so far. I just can't even process that. I can't even process that I went from never making a video before to doing 52 videos in the course of a year and sharing that all with you guys. Just so put it all out there. And now it's big, right? So now I have an actual library of videos and support and help and idea sharing that you can binge watch and that I can enjoy and create and continue the process with. And I am so beyond proud of the intentions and the little community that is starting to form around this channel. It's all of really good people with really good ideas and just really want to go to the next level in their lives. Another thing that went really smoothly this year was bulk mealing. Bulk mealing this year, I didn't even really have to think about it. It was almost secondhand. I had to just pop it together. The planning of it used to take me a longer period of time. Now it was super easy. I can almost go through planning my bulk meals, the grocery list, ordering the groceries and so on while watching TV or watching a movie. Like, it is just too simple now, and it will be for you too. If you keep on the bulk mealing road, you are going to eventually become a pro at it. And that is where things really, really get to be great and time-saving and enjoyable. And then we did our weekly meals. Our weekly meal plans took no time at all. They were super smooth. They were second nature. They seemed to really just naturally fall on an occurring day because I had to order the groceries on Thursdays. That's kind of what's set in my head of the schedule. And so because I was coming up with this upcoming grocery list, I would really just plan out the meals quickly, just pop in what I had from the freezer for the bulk meals and anything else I wanted to add. And anything that went with those meals went on the grocery list. It was too simple. And let's be real, if meals are prepped and ready to go, life is 1,000 times easier. And because this was all running so smoothly, our budgeting and what we actually bought for groceries and supplies, they just automatically worked together beautifully this year. And I cannot even start to go over the benefits of the time savings and the money savings that you will see from bulk freezer mealing and from planning your meals weekly and from prepping them all at once and planning them ahead of time so you can buy specific items for those meals and only those things. It's a great way to look at getting effectiveness into your grocery shopping and your household planning. This year, I finalized my gift buying for Christmas by November, and that was a beautiful thing. If you have not done that, plan to do that next year. It is awesome because all of a sudden you're sitting in December going, I actually have some time to do stuff with the kids and enjoy myself and enjoy events and not feel like I'm always behind. Another way that I was able to tackle those gifts early was to stock up in my celebrations account. If you don't know what that is, I have a video on the accounts I do, but I set aside money every month in a celebrations account, and that pays for Christmas, that pays for birthdays, that pays for flowers sent to a friend. It takes the fluctuations that you can see month to month. So go ahead and hit up that video. You're gonna really enjoy it. January is a perfect time to start your syncing accounts. I'm gonna put on my did well list this year, my health challenges, because even though they sucked, they were unforeseen and we made it through. I feel like it may have given my husband and I a deeper appreciation for each other and for our devotion together for our kids. And this year was, of course, another year tacked onto the belt of our minimalist goals. Practicing minimalism in my life has created clarity. It has de-stressed what could be a very anxious Lex. I'm not sure what would happen if we just kept stacking it on top of me, but it has produced calm and clarity in my life like no other. Other things that happened this year, we had some huge renovations. We did our kitchen, we did our main floor, we did flooring, we did some massive renovations in our home, and we made it through those as well. I am so grateful that our kids are growing and they are strong and they are smart and they are turning out to be capable, loving, thoughtful little individuals. And that is my goal for them, and it's happening. And I'm so grateful to be here able to watch it all. One thing that was really new for our home this year was that my husband and I started actually communicating our career goals. We started openly communicating our career goals. Like, we have careers, we have distinct careers, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about our extended portfolios of what we would like to do in our lives in the following years. We talked about potential income streams, diversifying those potential income streams. We talked about investments and what we want to spend our time on. We talked about our gifts and each other's gifts and how those gifts can coordinate with our goals. It was so good for us to connect on that level and to understand that each other still has these interesting little ideas and these fun little dreams and challenges that are coming up. I think so often people keep their little dreams a secret. They don't want to say them out loud, but saying them out loud gives them a reality. And that reality can be so exciting. So don't be scared of that. That is something that I learned this year. With that, we also found that we focused much more on goal setting. And that goal setting came with time periods. And the time periods really helped in motivating us to get that goal. It's the same concept as if you have 45 minutes to get ready, it will take you 45 minutes to get ready. If you have an hour to get ready, it will take you an hour to get ready. But if you only have 10 minutes to get ready, you can still do it in 10 minutes. It's setting the time frame so that it gives you deadlines on the things that are also important to your personal growth, your dreams, and your goals. This year was a big year towards our nutritional growth. I have been learning so much about what my body responds to and trying to hear it and listen to it. I have begun intermittent fasting and dairy-free and gluten-free living, and for the most part, it has stuck. And I physically feel way better than I had before. I want to say I learned so much more from what didn't go well than really what went well. So let's get into what could have gone better. Health challenges nearly took me out this year, so that could have gone better. Staying on top of my health was a big alarm that went off in my head. Advocating for myself and my own health needs as much as I would for one of my children really became something that became important in my life. And trusting my instincts when it came to my health. I knew what was going on with my body. I can feel my body, and I can communicate that to another health professional, and that I need to communicate that and go and see that health professional should problems arise. I think mamas just keep naturally going, but sometimes we have to take a break to take care of ourselves. And there was a few months during this year where, there was no big depressive action, but there was a few months this year where I would say that I slid into negativity. More like a negative Nelly kind of state. I was in like a funk. I couldn't be positive like I normally am. I like to sit in positivity. I like to be in that mind frame. I like to shake off negative effects of others and the negative things around me. And for some reason, there was a few months this year, more so than other years, where that was harder for me to do. And for a couple of reasons. I think one of them being that I was perpetually sick and tired of everything to do with COVID, while at the same time trying to prevent it at all costs. So it was a really difficult tug of war in my life because I was caught in a negative situation that wasn't ending anytime soon. So I was stuck in negativity. And although I felt like I came along on the other side, it still lasted longer than I would have liked. So because of that, this year I'm going to prioritize monthly check-ins to check in on my emotional and psychological self and just kind of do a little checklist, a little check-in with me. Another thing that happened last year that didn't maybe go so well is my tendency to take on way too much. I like to take on way too much because it distracts me from the other things in my life that might be going on. I I do love my challenges. And although they help me and provide self-care and self-improvement and add structure to my day, I'm really still finding balance in that area. There were months where I took on too many challenges and wasn't really successful at them, and then kind of felt that sense of failure as a result, when really I should be focusing on 1 to 2 challenges a month and enjoying the snot out of them. This year, there were also a few challenges that I was really interested in, but the deal was I should have had kind of like a to-do list or a checklist to either reach the goal or how to do the challenge or step by step or timers or reminders or whatever, so that I could actually facilitate that challenge, because it's like I kind of fell asleep on it and the month was over and I didn't get to that one. So this year I'll be adding a to-do list or a checklist to each challenge. And I'll give you an example. One of the challenges or one of the projects that I have going on is I am planning to do my bathroom on the main level. So what do I need for that? I'm planning to wallpaper a wall. So that's one of the things. I'm planning to paint the walls. That's one of the things. I'm planning to, what's it called? Like silver leaf or gold leaf, but with silver, a mirror for the bathroom. So that's one thing, and do the electrical work. So that's something. And yeah, so it's going to take some work. I wanted to maybe add some shelves or some different artwork or some different pictures and put it all together. So it's going to need a checklist, but normally I would just go right into the project. This time I'm going to create a checklist so that it doesn't seem so daunting and I can get it done. Next, when I'm doing that annual life audit, I really want to take a close examination of my daily, weekly, and monthly routines. I want to see what's going well, what's not going well, little tweaks that might need to happen to make the difference in that day. I think it might be really good to just examine all of the routines that you regularly do to see what's working and what's not. Things change, things adapt. So sometimes it's important to make sure that your systems and routines are adapting with your life. Are you wanting to try an annual life audit yourself? There is a link to this Jules Acree YouTube channel, and you are going to love her and the process that she goes through. It's awesome. It covers such categories as physical well-being, mental well-being, home, career, finances, relationships, recreation, personal growth. It's a free printable, literally called The Life Audit. If you are wanting to delve into a worksheet or process that will work you step by step through this reflection and change, I so encourage you to check her out and her awesome worksheets too. Let me show you mine. I went through the whole process myself and it was so fun. Under my physical well-being, I have made some dietary changes around gluten and dairy that have profoundly positive results in my life. I am resting less, but that is because my energy has increased. I am working to adjust my fitness goals as I adjust to my cold weather routines. We discussed my mental health and my goal to increase my regular emotional check-ins. My home environment and physical living space is great. I have a great structure in this category, and that's what works for me. My career goals are shifting and expanding. It is wonderful and motivating, and I have created new goals, and I'm rooted in its commitment. Budgeting, saving, and financial planning are in place. Relationships are connected and strong. I have succeeded at getting creative in the area of recreation. Outdoor masked playdates, virtual coffee times, friend time at kids' scheduled activities. Energy was given in the area of passions, friendships, and hobbies, and they have enriched my life here. This year, this channel really speaks towards my personal growth. It has been a free fall towards dreams and learning. This was such an interesting assignment for me because although I kind of go through these things anyway, I kind of looked at them as buckets that I was filling up. It was nice to look at it in a visual way and see it in like chart form. And it was a good exercise to go through. Because even if you think you're doing well in a category, the visual really shows you where you can improve more. I encourage you to give it a try for yourself as well. Go ahead and visit Jules Acree's channel in the description below. The link will get you right to the worksheets so that you can do them too. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe so I can keep coming back every Thursday. I want to welcome my Thrivers to my Thrival Guide. We'll see you soon.